Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Planet New Jersey, the official podcast of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. I am your host for today, Vinnie Civitillo, alongside my co-host and partner in crime, Randy Stevens. Randy, say hi. Let the audience that's driving along in their cars hear your voice.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for being with us.
Excellent, excellent. Our sponsor for this episode here today to talk to us is United Airlines, and here with us is their Vice President of Operations at Newark, Jon Gooda. John, for the sake of those people who aren't exactly seeing us and need to put a voice to the or name to the voice, by all means, say hi.
Vinny and Randy, thank you so much for having me today. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. My name is John. I have the honor of leading our employees at United in Newark, and I'm looking forward to today's conversation.
Cool.
Awesome.
The pleasure's all ours. We're going to kick things off with an icebreaker, as we usually do. I thought this might be a cool one to say. So my assumption, and I could be wrong, is that one of the perks of working at United is that you might get some kind of discount or free rides on United Airlines. And so I thought it might be fun to ask you what's either the furthest you've been from New Jersey or the most fun place you've been to kind of take advantage of some of those benefits.
Yeah, Vinny, there's a lot of awesome things about working for United, but one of them is do get to travel, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to go see places around the world. My hometown is London in England, so I try and get back there as much as I can.
Nice.
But the furthest I've been is Australia, and just had an amazing time getting to see Australia thanks to United. So that was pretty cool.
Do you see any crazy animals while you were out there? There's a lot of stuff that can kill you in Australia.
That's what I heard. That's what they told me there. But no, I was there, no crazy animals.
I have a feeling like I would just go there. I'd look down randomly at some point. There'd be some kind of spider the size of my fist crawling up my leg, and I'd be like, well, that's how it ended.
or you see all the memes of kangaroos shaped like boxers around.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, I had nothing good to report on that front, but an amazing country, very warm people. It was a lot of fun. I recommend it.
Cool. I don't have a particularly interesting answer to that. But Randy, how about you?
So I mean, I feel a lot less traveled, of course, than our new friend John here. But the farthest I think I've ever been from Jersey, honestly, was probably here in the States, and it was over to Montana, which was a beautiful place to me. Like my first real experience in some. Yeah, I was gonna say, John, like my first real experience in like some real mountains. Like in our region, everyone claims Poconos and a little bit of North Jersey, but over there, it's like, and I forgive me for not knowing the range, but I mean, I remember coming out of the sky and like seeing like a city in the middle of a mountain range. It was one of those beautiful things my eyes have seen naturally, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'd love to go somewhere. I'd love to go somewhere like that because it would be a very different landscape than what you get here. Like it's a very different, like you said, like the view would be very different from the typical New Jersey. Like it's like going to Tokyo. It's radically different than like what you would see here. At least that's my assumption. I haven't been there either.
I think you're right. I think you're on something. But you both got to check out London, my hometown. Very welcoming. You should put it on your list.
Excellent. I will do.
Listen, if I have a tour guide, John, you can sign me up for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, speaking of United, though, we're as of the time we're recording this, it's actually right before the holidays. This will probably air in early 2026. But tell us a little bit about what's been going on.
Absolutely. I had the honor and privilege of leading about 14,000 employees who live, work, raise their families right here in Jersey, and all work at Newark Airport to keep our customers moving and get them where they want to go, not just at the holiday season, but day in, day out across the year, making sure that their flight leaves safely and on time and getting them to wherever they need to go. So it's the best job that I could have is really getting to work with these 14,000 proud New Jersey residents who love what they do and are really excited to come to work every day at Newark.
John, so John, it's pretty interesting too, because I mean, right around the time of recording this, we're a month or so, if that, out of like a government shutdown, that whole disruption and all that sort of thing. 14,000 employees, and here at BIA, right? I mean, I think it will we'll be doing a disservice. We didn't talk about the appreciation of like job creators, right? Is what Michelle's pushing us to talk about for our employees. So, I mean, are you guys 100% out of the woods with that? Are we back to normal, or is it like a new normal? What are we looking like in that front with your employees over there, John?
Yeah, absolutely. So the government shutdown was, of course, the longest in history. The federal employees who worked through that, just huge amount of respect for the work they did through that entire shutdown and really kept the airport running for us. So that's all behind us now. We're operating completely normally at the airport. And
Nice.
actually, the FAA, you saw some of the challenges we had earlier in the year. They've really invested a lot in both technology and staffing to make sure that we're running well. And December, Newark is actually running the best out of all three major airports in the New York, New Jersey region. And the
Wow.
team's just doing an incredible job. So going into the holidays, coming out of the holidays, we actually feel really good about where we are.
Very cool.
Good
Very
to hear.
cool. Are there any challenges that you guys face? Like, let's put aside like the specific kind of this is a government shutdown that might happen or might not, but like just going into 2026, are there any like seasons that are more of a challenge than the others? Like, do you have anything
I
going
would
on
say
there?
Yeah, the big challenge for us, or the big unknown for us, is weather. So when the weather's tough, when we have some snow or we have some thunderstorms in the summer, and sometimes, unfortunately, here in Jersey, we get a little bit of both of those. Sometimes at the same
Yeah.
time, when we get tough weather, that does slow things down because, of course, safety is our number one priority, and got to make sure that we slow down when we have tough weather. So that's the biggest factor, I would say, that's unpredictable for us, and we got to plan and execute to make sure that we can manage through those events.
It's good and I mean, so as a consumer, we go to the airport. Most of the time, we're just kind of looking for customer service, cheapest flight, quickest way to get where we're going. What's the
Yeah.
history of UA been like with Newark? Is it like one of those airlines, for lack of better words, that have always been there? Like, is that newer? Like, can you talk to that about that at all?
Absolutely. We have a very proud history here in New Jersey. Before United and Continental merged, Continental was the biggest airline here in New Jersey, and
Gotcha.
decades and decades of history right here in Newark. And after the merger with United, when the two companies came together, United kept that huge presence right here in Jersey. We actually have about 360 flights every day, and you can
Wow.
book
Wow.
60 destinations across the world, right here from Newark. No changing, no going anywhere else. You can even go to Greenland if you want. If you want a little bit more snow, you can go Greenland. It's absolutely beautiful. So maybe add that one to your list too. But you can go to Asia, you can go to Europe. This is the crown jewel for United, biggest hub operating anywhere from the US to Europe. So it's a really good opportunity for our customers here in Jersey to be able to go wherever they want, both domestically across the US, whether that's Montana or wherever, or further afield internationally too. So we feel very blessed to be a huge part of the community here. And of course, that doesn't just extend to our flights. Our employees live and work here and raise their families here. So we also want to be a big part of the community too.
I
I
like it.
didn't no idea that there were that many flights a day just from you guys, let alone every other airline that flies out of Newark every day. But
Well,
um, does that require, adding runways or, modernization in any way, like to handle that kind of load?
yeah, the geography of the airport makes it a little bit tough for us to be able to add runways. But there is a huge amount of investment, both from the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, have spent a significant amount. New Terminal A, if you haven't seen that, it's been open about 2, 3 years. It's absolutely world class and
Wow.
beautiful. United's also investing heavily in Newark. We really want to make this the airport of choice for our customers, something that our employees can be proud of. But we've also invested a lot, both at United and the Port Authority, to make sure that Newark is a great airport for our customers.
And John, right, you just mentioned about being able to fly to Greenland if you want more snow, or even just to flying home, right, to
Yeah.
Europe. Like, from I guess, a leadership perspective, what is that process like for an airline to say, okay, we're going to now start planning trips or flights that go to this area or that destination? Is it based off of requests from the customers in the area? Like, what does that look like behind the scenes?
Randy, great question. And a lot of it actually, our team, we have a world-class network planning team in Chicago. They actually do a lot of evaluation to determine where we should fly. As an example, 2 years ago, we just launched new service to Marrakesh, Morocco, and that is top of my list of places I want to go. But they did that based on customer demand. And they also look on the app and see where people are searching for and where our customers are interested in going. They added
Gotcha.
Marrakesh, they added Greenland, really exciting destinations. Then they got to work with those countries to make sure that we get all the rights and approvals to go fly there. And once we do that, we start that route, and our customers have an ability to book it. And Greenland, was actually the fastest selling inaugural flight in United's history, the flight that
Wow.
goes from Newark to Greenland. So they got it right, and our customers want to go experience different things. Uh,
Yeah,
and
you got to
and
stamp that passport book with the new
yeah,
stamp. Yeah.
yeah. Another thing we're seeing since COVID is that a lot of customers want to go to see a national park here in the US. So maybe not this time of year, but in the spring, the summer, the fall, the national parks. And you guys know we have just beautiful diversity of national parks in this country. Our customers are really asking us to get them to places where they can go explore the national parks of this country. So we actually added a bunch of flights, not just in Newark, but across the system to get you closer to those national parks if you want to go explore.
When you,
That's on my
oh,
list for sure. Like now,
yeah.
there's some folks from our team that over the course of the summer we all get back and start talking about where we traveled, and a couple
Yeah,
families of talking about just going to check out some of the national parks. So that's on my to-do list for sure.
me too. You guys are making me feel jealous. Like I want to get on a plane and go myself.
When you add flights like that, like when you add new destinations, do other things have to get taken away? Is there only so much that you're able to do?
Yeah, it's a great question. I will tell you right now, there's a lot of work that happened after the FAA challenges in the spring. A lot of work's happened by the Department of Transportation, Secretary Duffy, and the FAA, working with us, working with the Port Authority to make sure that we limit the number of flights in and out of Newark so that we ensure that there isn't any operational impact for our customers. So they set a target or a limit, a cap of 68 operations an hour in and out
Mm,
of the airport. That's 34 arrivals, 34 departures. That's the maximum we can have. And the
wow.
reason they did that is just so we can make sure that we do not get into a bunch of congestion and challenges for our customers delaying them. So it's the right thing to do. It matches the capacity of the air traffic control system that we have right now. But Vinny, to your point, if we want to add an exciting destination like Marrakesh, we do have to reduce something else that maybe isn't as popular with our customers so that we stay under that cap of 68 flights per hour. So what we've seen in some cases is maybe we were flying to Orlando 8 or 9 times a day. We maybe reduce that by one so that we can add somewhere like a Marrakesh or a Greenland so we stay under that cap. And the cap really is the right thing for the airport so we take care of our customers and get them where they need to go safely.
And John, we talked a little bit earlier about right job creation of United and here in the state, 14,000 employees. Like so, what does that look like in terms of like community impact? Obviously, you guys are employing folks, which is great for the economy. But are there some other community impact initiatives or things that you guys are behind right now, or looking forward to in 26?
I actually think that's probably one of the most important parts, apart from getting our customers safely on time where they need to go. We have a big responsibility as the largest private employer here. We have a huge responsibility also to take care of our community. Just as an example, 2025, we're just about to wrap it up here as we're recording this. We have 4,500 hours of volunteer service that our
Wow.
employees have done. That's not United, just here in Newark over the last year. And every hour they go out and volunteer could be a community organization that we partner with, like the Boys and Girls Club of Elizabeth or Newark. Could be a food bank in Hillsdale. Could be a bunch of different community partners that we work with. But that stuff really matters to us. And as I said earlier, it doesn't just matter to United. Our employees live here, they work here, their kids go to school here. This is their community just as much as it's anybody else's community. It's our 14,000 employees community. So when we give them an opportunity to volunteer, we actually get oversubscribed with people who want to go out into the community and support whatever it is. A big one during the government shutdown was our team wanted to get involved with community food banks across the state to help federal employees who were struggling.
Uh,
And they're their colleagues, they're their friends. They work with them every day right here at Newark Airport. So it became very personal. So that's one of the things I'm probably most proud of, Randy, is that our team wants to get out there in the community and make a difference. And they do a really good job of doing that. We also have great partners like Rutgers, the YMCA, that we work really, really closely with. One of the things I'm most proud of this year is at the YMCA in Newark, we were actually able to sponsor some rooms for residents and give them a complete makeover, like HGTV style. And
hey.
them brand new furniture, redecorate the rooms, really make them nice and feel good like a warm home. And that matters to our employees, who a bunch of them live right there in Newark.
It's amazing to hear.
Absolutely. To pull it back a little bit to you, what made you want to get into this?
It's a great question.
Well, this is a very addictive industry, I gotta
I can
say.
imagine.
If you didn't tell from my accent or my plugs for London at the beginning, I grew up in the UK. I grew up in an aviation family. My dad was a mechanic for an airline in the UK, and something about it really got my interest. So I started working for United at Heathrow, actually, in London, and then just fell in love with this industry. It's fast paced, but what you have an opportunity to do is connect someone to a moment that really matters to them in their life. It might be a wedding, it might be something sad that they're going to go deal with. It might be a job interview, it may be first time they've seen their kids in a year. And there's real opportunity to connect people to things that are exciting for them. And I just love this fast-paced logistics. And I got to say, I've fallen in love with Jersey. This
Hey.
state is fun and people care. And I got to tell you, when one of our employees is sick, there's 4 trays of pasta on the doorstep the next morning, because people rally around and they look out for them. And that, I have to say, the spirit in the state, it just makes me feel proud. So I'm happy to be here, but I'm happy to be at United too, because great company to work for.
Newark really is significantly better than London. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, come on now. You're making me, it's like your 2 kids you're picking between.
Well, what made you
But
choose Newark over London?
I absolutely love it here. And the
Okay.
energy in this region, the energy is great. And like I talked about, you get 350, 360 flights a day. You can walk out onto the concourse here and you can fly pretty much anywhere around the globe, right from Newark. That's very exciting.
What did Governor Murphy say? This is Jersey. We're Jersey, baby.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Absolutely.
So a few moments ago, John, you were talking about some of your partnerships with some of the other, larger institutions and organizations in New Jersey. One of the things when from the outside looking in, when you're thinking about aviation, just traveling through like some of these large airports, is communication, right? Has to be key. And obviously, United Airlines is the best, right? But what is that communication like working with some of the other airlines in terms of just capacity and that process, or is it just like we're just geared to be number one and we don't care what else is going on? I can't imagine it's like that when you've got so many systems are all kind of working together for one purpose.
No, you're absolutely right, Randy. And you did a great job with your question, saying United is the best. So you started good with the question. But I
Trying
will
to go
tell
to
you,
London with the tour guide, everybody. If you guys
yeah,
don't
there you go.
know.
But it is a community. It's an airport community, and for it to work and for it to work safely, we all have to work together. So the
Gotcha.
Port Authority, who is our host, they're the host of this airport, just like the others in New York. They set a great example. They bring us all together. We regularly collaborate. We meet. We talk about our schedules. We work closely with the TSA. They're a key partner to make sure that customers can get through that security process. We can keep everyone safe, but they can get through in a seamless manner. That's important too. It takes them, it takes the firefighting team, it takes the airfield folks that keep the runways clean when there is snow, and it takes all the airlines really working together. And when we get to those things that we talked about earlier, where we cap our flights, we all have to partner to make sure that each airline has a fair amount and fair representation at the table there, so we solve issues together. And as an example, when there's a weather event coming, every single airline and the airport get together and we figure out the plan as one group, collectively. And that really is the way to do it, because we're all in this to get our customers safely where they need to be.
John, I've got another question too. So you talked a little bit earlier about some of the recent investments in the development of Terminal A. I think with the advancements in technology and specifically that of AI, do you ever foresee a time where tech can completely replace, and God forbid, but like those 14,000 employees, or it's like regardless of what happens technologically, we will still need people power and manpower to make these systems work correctly?
I think we need both. I think
Okay.
technology can help us be better and give good, quicker solutions for our customers. An example, we have an award-winning app. It's the best app in the industry, in my view.
Of
If
course.
you don't have it, on your phone and you live in Jersey, I don't know what's going on, but you got to download that. It can really help your journey from start to finish. And there's a lot of AI-powered features in there that are providing solutions for our customers. But the bottom line of the story is This is a people business, and our customers want to be taken care of and looked out for and supported by our incredible employees who are here to provide customer service to them. So I think we need both. I think there's room for both. And actually, both of those things can help make a better experience for our customers.
I never even considered the idea of taking people entirely out of this industry until Randy just said it. And I had a nightmare flash in my head of like people completely gone and me getting on an airline and like the plane just landing wherever it wants because like AI occasionally does things wrong, you know? Hey, I'm supposed to be in Orlando, but this actually looks a lot more like Los Angeles, you know?
Yeah, we won't let that happen.
Thank you.
So, John, I grew up in Mercer County, and in one of our pre-production and talking point conversations, I see like the best operational summer at Ewing. I'm assuming, right? Is that the EWR?
Yeah.
So it's I didn't know that was kind of under that all same umbrella. I wasn't aware.
Yeah, so we really have a lot to be proud of. This team has worked very hard. This summer was the best summer in United's history in Newark. That was down to a lot of factors. That was down to the caps, the capacity constraints that the FAA put in, the work of the Port Authority, everyone at United across the board who helped us. But really what that translates to for customers is they can feel confident and comfortable that their flight's going to leave on time, it's going to be safe, and we're going to get them where they need to be in a friendly way. And that's why all those stats and numbers, they matter for our customers because they're counting on us to get them to the thing that they want to go do. So it was United's best summer. We're actually operating better, as I said before, right in the lead up to Thanksgiving and for the month of December than the other New York, New Jersey region airports. And that's great for United. It's great for our customers.
And you know what? One of the questions I think about too, a lot of times in New Jersey, and being kind of a statewide association and working with folks of all different industries, you hear or see things where it's like hiring is up, hiring is down. What does that look like for your industry? Are you seeing young people coming in with energy to develop careers and travel, or what does that look like from your perspective?
We are. Sometimes people think of airlines as just pilots and flight attendants, and those are critically important. So we don't send Vinnie to LA instead of Orlando.
Thank you. I appreciate that greatly.
Right?
Or Greenland.
Yeah, or Greenland. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of I'm sure everybody else wants to go there to stamp their book, but more snow is not what I want right now.
Take your coat, Vinnie. You'll be fine over there. You'll have fun. It's beautiful. But we need pilots and flight attendants, but there are amazing union and well-paying union and great leadership roles at United across the spectrum. So we have lawyers at United. We have logistics folks that deal with our operations. Of course, we just talked about them, someone that interfaces with our customers every day. But we also have a team of professionals that load your bags, service the airplanes, repair those airplanes. There's jobs across the spectrum here at United. And I'm going to have to change my talking point because right now we have 14,000 employees. But over the next year, we are going to also hire an additional 2,500. So up to 16,500 employees as we continue to grow here at United in Newark and across the system to give more options for our customers. So we're continuing to invest here. We are here. We love this state. We love this area we're in. And we want to keep growing and keep supporting the local economy as best we can, as well as the community.
Wow.
Excellent. Well, I mean, tell us this. If anybody wants to get a hold of you guys, maybe take a flight out to Greenland or Tokyo or Montana, how can they get a hold of you? Where can they go?
Really easy to find
the
United.
App.
Yeah, the app. Randy, you got it. All you got to do is just download the app. If you don't have it, it is the most downloaded and the most award-winning app in the industry, and real easy. You're going to find a bunch of destinations right there at your fingertips to be able to book, get you wherever you're going, whether it's to go see your cousin in Montana, whether it's to explore a new part of the world, whatever you're going to go do, you can do it really easily from the app. And I will tell you too, as we go into 2026, we're also adding more destinations that are going to be really exciting for our customers. So,
more than just the Greenland?
More than Greenland. Greenland was last year. But it
Morocco,
is
what'd you say?
coming back.
Yeah.
It's coming back this year too because it was so popular. But we're also adding Bari in Italy, which I haven't been to, but
Oh,
apparently it's stunningly beautiful. Santiago de Compostela in Spain, which just has a world of religious history and just beautiful culture there, worth seeing. And then one that I'm really, really proud of, we are going to be adding service to Tel Aviv. So Tel Aviv United has a very long history of serving Tel Aviv from Newark for many, many years. And we currently fly there twice a day. In 2026, we'll be adding a third flight. So 3 flights a day to Tel Aviv, right here from Newark, which just gives customers a bunch of choices as they plan their trips.
John,
Excellent.
held Vin, before you let him go, John, I've got a question, right? And this is again from a
Yeah,
customer standpoint. A lot of times when
sure.
people are booking travel, right, folks kind of try to avoid flights with layovers and things of that nature. Can you speak to that in terms of how bad or how serious is it, in terms of dealing with those sort of things, depending on where you're traveling? Like, obviously preferred is to go straight to where you're going. But if you have to make a stop, whether for affordability or just convenience, like, can you speak to that just a little bit? Let's shed some light in that area.
Absolutely. We have 3 big connecting hubs that for United. That is Chicago, Houston, and Denver, right in the middle of the country. So they're perfect when you're trying to go east to west. It gives you a lot more options to be able to connect to the city that you want. We have the blessing right here in Newark that we have so many nonstop flights that you don't have to connect too much because we have so many options to get you nonstop to the place that you want to go. But connections are good. We build in enough time. When you go through the app, you'll see that it builds in enough time for you to connect in that airport. Sometimes where people get in trouble is maybe they book the flight separately. They might book it from Newark to Denver and then something different from Denver to wherever else they're going, maybe on the West Coast. But when you book it all together through the app, it's going to build in enough time for you to walk from one and get yourself comfortably to the next one to make sure you get it. So connections work just fine. But luckily for us here in Newark, no need to do that too much because we have so many nonstop options.
Wow.
I actually
Amazing.
think I'm like the only person in the world that enjoys a good layover. Like I don't
Hey.
know.
Why, Vinnie? What do you like about it?
Well, okay, so if I'm going somewhere really far, like okay, if I'm going somewhere short, like if it's like an hour or two away, I don't want to like stop halfway through that. But
Right.
if I'm going somewhere
Right.
really far, I don't
Yeah.
mind a good like halfway. Okay, let's get off the plane, stretch a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe like get some dinner or something at the hotel or not hotel, the airport
Yeah.
thing. I guess what bugs me, there was one time I went to Anaheim, which is in Southern California, and I wasn't paying super attention when I, saw where the layover was. I just knew there was going to be a layover. I was like, that's great because that's really far away. We could stop
Yeah.
halfway. The layover was in Los Angeles. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not halfway. That's like, we're gonna
That's
go
not
95%
right
of the
there
way.
at all.
And then,
Yeah.
we're gonna stop right there and go over. That's weird. But otherwise it would be cool to, be able to be like, oh yeah, I was in Colorado or, I was
Right.
in Louisiana or something, I don't know. That would be fun.
I like it. I mean, and I guess we're just about out of time here, but I mean, it's an honor to hear. And the stat that you mentioned, I had to write this down, that United is the largest private employer in the state of New Jersey. So, with that being said, and all the employees that you're overseeing in the operation, John, we appreciate you taking some time to be with us today for sure and shedding some light on the industry. That was great to hear.
Vinny and Randy, it's honestly my honor and pleasure, and really good to spend some time with you guys too. And thank you for all the work you're doing. Your pride in New Jersey comes through loud and clear too, and you're helping tell the story. So it's a pleasure to spend time with you guys. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody listening. I know by the time you hear this, it's going to be February, but happy holidays, happy New Year, happy Valentine's Day, all that
in
fun
one.
stuff.